one of the most memorable and most emotional moments for a lot of people watching of last night's State of the Union occurred when the First Lady awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Rush Limbaugh, who's just announced he's got advanced lung cancer. Democrats sat in stony silence during the speech. Afterwards, the press told us, because they are both buffoons and totally predictable, that honoring Rush Limbaugh was racist.
Donald Trump gave the Presidential Medal of Freedom during Black History Month to Rush Limbaugh. That is the most perverse thing I think anyone would ever imagine would happen during Black History Month.
While, yes, he was trying to make appeals to the African-American community, it can't be forgotten that he was awarding the Medal of Freedom to Rush Limbaugh.
Rush Limbaugh is a violent racist. It truly just cheapens the value of it.
I thought that the Medal of Honor, Freedom, was supposed to go to people who actually did stuff.
And I don't think it was lost on the black community that he gave that honor to Rush Limbaugh during Black History Month.
Right. Sitting next to
a Tuskegee Airman on Rosa Parks Day.
No, Whoopi Goldberg, it was not the Medal of Honor. Howie Carr is a radio host, winner of the Victoria Cross for Gallantry, just kidding, and author of What Really Happened. We're happy to have him tonight. So maybe I'm too literal. Rush Limbaugh is a violent racist, says Ocasio-Cortez, who's obviously a violent moron. What is she talking about?
You know, anyone who's on the air for 30 years, 3-4 hours a day, is going to say a few things they have regrets for. But Rush has a lot less to apologize for, I would say, than Al Sharpton with his comments about Jewish businessmen and Greeks, et cetera, homosexuals. He never eulogized a former member of the Ku Klux Klan, Robert Byrd, as did Hillary Clinton. He's never talked about he's never talked about how you have to have a slight Indian accent to work in a 7-Eleven in Delaware, like Uncle Joe Biden. I mean, this is ridiculous. But
why not just say I disagree with Rush Limbaugh? Why does every disagreement have to kind of be perverted into a race conversation? Like, they disagree with Rush Limbaugh, that's okay. But why do they have to call everyone they dislike a racist, period, every time?
Well, I think that's the way it is with liberals. If they disagree with you, ergo, you are a racist. And it doesn't matter that Rush has raised millions of dollars for charities, leukemia foundations, with the Betsy Ross T-shirt more recently. He's done all that. He's a historical figure in American politics, I would say, and in the radio industry. And he's a lot less reprehensible figure. I tell you one thing: he never rode around on Jeffrey Epstein's jet. Unlike a certain former president of the United States, he never tried to cow Ronan Farrow into stopping his exposés of Harvey Weinstein like Hillary Clinton's people did. You know, it's ridiculous. It's really loathsome what they're doing.
Well, it is, and I would love to know exactly to the dollar how much of her own money Ocasio-Cortez gives to the less fortunate every year. I don't have her tax return. My guess would be right around zero, in that range. I mean, these people.
Right.
Anyway, Howie Carr, thank you.
I'll tell you another thing. He never
got me going.
Yeah.
We're out of time.
See ya.
Sorry. Great to see you. Thanks.